I wasn't tagged to do this, but when I saw Gemma do it, I wanted to do it as well, so. Hello and welcome to my channel, The Danish Readaholic. My name is Silka and today I will be doing the 6 Tudor Queens tag. I will link the creators down below. I believe that this one went along with a readathon. I really love historical periods of time, which is I find it kind of strange that I'm not more into historical fiction, given that I really love looking at the Tudor queens, and Mary Queen of Scots is one of my favorites. So, and also Catherine de Medici. I actually did a school project on her, looking into these really old books, and it took me forever to find proper research about her, and it was all kind of, it was fun. I had so much fun doing that school assignment, and it was a self-picked topic, so that made it even better. Anyways, that's not why we're here. We're here to do a book tag. So we have 7 questions, so I feel like this will be a fairly short video. So I think without further ado, we should get started with the first prompt. The first prompt is Catherine of Aragon, and that is a book that was your first love. I think I have a couple. Okay, so I definitely know I have a couple, and I have some more that are more, let's say, accurate at my parents' house. Also, I'm really sorry if you can hear the background noise. It's my neighbor. He is being noisy once again. Anyways, I'm gonna put it in here. It's called Folkerøver fra Kardemommeby. This was one of my all-time favorites, and it's basically people and robbers from Cardamom Town. Cardamom City. Oh, it makes no sense. There is also this one, which is Dyrene i Hagebakkeskoven, which is the animals in Hagebakkeskoven. Hagebakkeskoven is a name of a forest. Skoven means forest, and I can't translate the first bit because it makes no sense. But since I don't have them here, I'm also going to show you one that I actually do have here, and that is Electric Heidi by Elisabeth Gerlof Nielsen. This is definitely one of my childhood memories, and my picks for this prompt will be very different from everyone else because I grew up on Danish books. I have still not read Harry Potter, Percy Jackson, all of the ones that people usually, I'm saying usually, I'm not 100% sure, but what I would imagine would be people's my first love kind of books. I didn't know them until recently. Well, obviously I've heard about them, but I didn't pick them up until recently. So here we are with all of my Danish childhood books. Next up we have Anne Boleyn, and that is a manipulative character. I have one that I instantly thought of. I don't believe she actually has a name, but it is Elise's mother. Especially in the sequel, she is the worst and most horrific manipulative bitch I have ever read about. I do not like her. Didn't like her in the first book, so it's not really a spoiler. She's very unlikable. I'm gonna choose her. Next up we have Jane Seymour, and that is a book that delivered exactly what you wanted. Blade of Secrets delivered exactly what I wanted, and also what I didn't know I wanted. This is just an absolutely outstanding book, and I cannot wait for the sequel. So in this we follow Siva, who is a magical bladesmith. She basically has the ability to put magic into the weapons that she's working on. She then accidentally creates this weapon that needs to be destroyed because it is too powerful, and there is a warlord who has their eye on it, and there is a bunch of different elements to this that I absolutely love. There is a great sister dynamic, there is found family. We also have mental health rep, and I definitely think that it is represented well. This was everything I wanted and more. Next up we have Anne of Cleves, and that is a book that wasn't what you expected. I mean, I could have also picked Blade of Secrets for that, but I'm gonna find something different. I'm actually gonna go for Year of the Reaper because I was actually not really that excited about this. I could have also picked these Violent Delights and The Prison Healer because once again I wasn't really excited by any of those. But this one kind of shocked me the most because this turned out to be a 5-star. So did the other two, but this one I had absolutely no expectations whatsoever. The other ones I was a tiny bit intrigued by. I could find elements to it that I was intriguing. But this one, nothing. I don't remember what motivated me to pick it up, but I did, and I'm so glad I did because oh my god, this was absolutely amazing. So in this we follow Cassiopeia, who has been imprisoned, and then he escapes. I don't want to explain how, but he does. And then returns back to his home village to find out that the king and queen has moved in with his brother and him, obviously. The very first thing he experiences when he gets back to his hometown is an assassination attempt on the baby prince. Cassiopeia then saves the prince, and this whole mystery about who is trying to kill the prince ensues, and there's just so many things that unravel in this book, and I didn't expect any of it. I had an idea as to who was doing it, but I was completely wrong. I was so wrong. I definitely recommend. So good. So good. Not what I expected at all. It was everything that I wanted, and I think that it fits the question, but I might be wrong. But I'm going for this one. Next up we have Catherine Howard, and that is a book that irritated you. No comment, I guess? Listening to this on audiobook was aggravating. Every time that a woman spoke in this, she would click her tongue. Every time a man spoke in this, he would growl. And the fact that I didn't trust Tamlin also aggravated me because he was like, I know he was supposed to be the love interest in this, and he was supposed to be like, oh my god, he's so cute. I can't. I know that he's a dickhead, and I'm still irritated, especially about the growling and the clicking of the tongue. I noticed it so, like, it was so noticeable when I listened to the audiobook, and I don't know why, but I think it was because the first time that somebody clicked their tongue, I was like, how do you even click your tongue? And that was why I noticed it. And then after that, I noticed that every single time a woman would say anything, she would click her tongue, and I was like, it doesn't make sense to click your tongue in this situation unless I've misunderstood what clicking your tongue is. And the same goes with the growling. At first I was like, oh, okay, he's angry, he's growling, fair enough. He is a wolf. I mean, then they just started growling when saying regular sentences, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? I'm still annoyed. I'm still irritated, so it's gonna have to be this one. I mean, I could have picked some other ones, but this is just the most recent rant I have, so I feel like that is the one that is still irritating to me, so I went with that one. Next up, we have Catherine Parr, and that is a book that was published after the death of the author. I don't know. I don't know. Do I have any? Ooh, I should have looked through the questions. I mean, does a different edition of the book count? I think I might have to pass on this one. Because I do have different editions of books where I'm guessing that the author is dead, but I don't really know. So I'm gonna have to pass on this one. I am sorry. Next up we have Henry VIII, and that is a chunky book that you hated. I'm gonna have to get Goodreads out because I don't think I have a chunky book in my library that I hated. So let me just go and check out what I have read. They're not chunky, but these are the books that I could think of. So I have read Kafka on the Shore. Absolutely hated it. It's about 500 pages, so I feel like it kind of counts as a chunky book that I didn't like. I also want to mention Crazy Rich Asians. Did not like it. I did give it 3 stars, but I don't know why on earth I gave it 3 stars because it definitely was 1 star. I think I was generous at the time of rating this one. So I'm gonna go for those 2. Kafka on the Shore was definitely the worst. I also had to read it for school, and I remember being like the only one in my entire class who hated it with like a burning passion. I was like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever read. And I was like, is it me who's wrong? Am I an idiot? Am I not understanding this correctly? And then when they started analyzing everything, I was like, that makes no sense to me. You're being stupid. I don't know where you find all of these elements in it. I don't see it. So it might still be me who's just stupid, but I did not like it. Crazy Rich Asians, I was just expecting something similar to the movie. It's not. If you like the movie and want to read the book for that reason, don't do it. I mean, I didn't like it. You decide for yourself. I'm not gonna sit here and dictate what you do, but I wouldn't recommend it because I don't feel like it's anything like the movie. All of the great things that I like from the movie is not in the book. So do with that what you will. I think that is it for now. I am now gonna go pack because I am, at the time of filming this, going to summer house tomorrow, and I am excited. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment telling me which of the Tudor queens was your favorite. I don't know which one is my favorite. I'm guessing Anne Boleyn, but That might also just be because she is the one that I know most about. I haven't researched that much into the Tudor queens yet, but it is on my list, and I do have some books that I want to get regarding them. If you don't know what to comment but still want to let me know that you're here, you can always leave a green heart. If you like this video, please hit the like icon, and if you want to see more of my bookish content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me. And until I see you next time, bye!